Come here. Come on. Over here. Oh, my goodness sakes. There you go. I don't think you're on camera, but you wanted to be.
Aww.
Oh.
The baby bear.
Can't find my hole. Oh. Oh, is this on? Oh, there it is.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, everybody. Cheers. Well, good morning.
Oh, my goodness.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
I guess.
It's May 1st. Mayday.
Wow. You just get better looking every single day. You're amazing. Huh? Isn't this amazing? She ages like a fine bottle of wine. Me, on the other hand, I age like milk. Sour and chunky.
Oh, God. I was going to say, okay, what do you want or what did you do? With all
Can't I give you a compliment?
That was several altogether, so.
Well, I got my week's worth in.
Do it all at once, get it over with.
Real quick.
Okay.
I noticed last night I had fish for dinner. She was eating pizza again. And we bought this pizza in Tonopah at Hometown Pizza. It's really a great place to eat.
Yep.
So if you're ever in Tonopah and you're, passing through, it is a great place to eat. They one thing that's a drawback though, they don't, you know how a lot of pizza places don't cut the pizzas all the way through, and you go to pull it and it pulls half the pizza out. So I go looking last night because I saw 3 or 4 pieces still stuck together. I couldn't find our pizza cutter. I don't know what you did with it. So I had to go get our Bryan Adams CD. It cuts like a knife.
Oh, God. That was a long build up for that.
That pizza fell flat.
Oh. There were only 2 pieces of pizza left that I had last night. Yes, the leftover. We got probably about 4 or 5 meals out of that whole thing that you got.
So where are we?
We are in Yerington.
Beautiful.
Yep. We're stranded at the drive-in.
At the drive-in theater.
Feeling like a fool.
Once again.
Who knows what movie that was from? Stranded at the drive-in, feeling like a fool. Somebody will know. Okay, last Saturday, we were still in the Area 51 area.
Yeah.
With Dave and Virginia and Sam and Dawn.
Dawn from Cowboy Biker Adventures.
Yes, and Dave from Our Endeavor. And
Sam and Virginia from Sam and Virginia.
We love you guys, Sam and Virginia. Oh, they watch, they never comment, but we know that you're out there.
Yes.
It was a super windy day.
It was incredibly windy. Last Saturday, as we were bouncing around Area 51, we went to the gate. We also found the black mailbox, and we went there. We've got all kinds of video coming up on that for the next 3 What Up Wednesdays in a row. We're going to have Area 51 videos. So, got those coming up. The first one really doesn't do a lot with Area 51. It's just us arriving and how we set our rig up.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I'm going to retitle it because I said something about leveling. It really doesn't show us leveling the
No, because we
RV.
didn't have to.
But it shows us how we do our slides and things like that at Area 51. So, but anyway, the next 3 Wednesdays, Area 51 videos coming out for you.
Yes.
So those will be kind of fun.
Yep. And Sunday was like crazy windy.
Again.
Yeah. So we just did some cleaning and relaxing, and then we did Happy Hour Live with Dave from Our Endeavor.
That was like a comedy hour.
It was, because it had all of us in it.
We were all there.
So we had to drive somewhere.
Yeah, because there's no cell signal where we were set up at Area 51.
Exactly. And it was super windy, so we couldn't do it outside. So Dave has renamed his Our Endeavor RV to the Area 51 party bus. So we all got piled in and went to a spot where we could get signal and did the live from inside of his coach.
Yeah.
So Bear was there too.
Yeah.
She's seen her. So it's the first time she's ridden in the coach. She's been in it many, many times as it sits. And when Dave was pulling in the wall the pulling in the slide.
Her eyes got real big.
All of a sudden, the couch was attacking her. She was like, "What's going on? Huh? Uncle Dave's house gonna get you?" So it was a lot of fun. We had fun. And then Monday was our travel day. We were leaving the Area 51 area and heading to Tonopah. So we said, "See ya" to Sam and Virginia and Dave and Dawn. It was a chilly morning. It was a little drizzly, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was that day.
Yeah.
Do we go into this or just ignore it?
I don't know if you can hear it on the camera or not, but okay, so we are at the infamous deserted drive-in that we've come here. Dave's the one that told us about it years ago. We've been coming here for years, and we've always been the only one here.
Anytime we come.
When we pulled up day before yesterday, there were already 2 rigs here. And the one rig, there's a camper trailer with a little family, and they've been super quiet. We haven't heard anything out of them. And then there's another trailer over on the other side of us, and they have a construction generator.
They got a fairly good sized construction generator sitting out in the open.
Yeah, facing us.
And it's loud.
But they were here first.
Yeah, so
both
we're
of
not,
those were, they were here first.
You get what you pay for.
Can you tell that that's a mantra of ours? So anyway, the problem is it's a construction generator, and he started it up at what, like 4 o'clock this morning?
At 4 o'clock the last 2 mornings he has started it up. It's like, oh my goodness.
So it's been off now for another about an hour or
Yeah.
so, and he just cranked it back up again. So
Maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't.
you
but-
might not be able to.
Okay, enough.
Like we said, you get what you pay for. But even Dave, he was like, "Oh my God!" When he got here. Dave's here, and Karen is here too. They got here yesterday, but he was just like, he's probably going to go take it down off of every site that he recommended it on because it's too crowded now. So, but we had a good travel day to Tonopah.
Yeah.
And when we got up to Tonopah, the BLM road that we normally stay on to boondock there had people on it, and there was somebody in the level site that we normally stay in. There's one section of the road that's rather wide, and that's where we stay so that we can actually make a U-turn because there's not really anywhere to turn around. So, I mean, we could do it. It would just take a several point turn to get turned around. But, so we get there.
So
and
we just parked a little bit this side of them. We didn't really spoondock
But we
them.
felt like we were.
But we felt like we were. We
Yeah.
were a good 65, 70 yards away from them.
Yeah.
To us, that is spoondocking.
It was spoondocking.
You know, and we kind of felt guilty about it.
Yep.
But then,
So we're all set up and everything. We're in there, and all of a sudden, here comes this truck with a trailer right in front of us, in between us.
well, I mean, you could reach out and go, "Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?"
But it was like, okay, well, there aren't that many places to stay on that road that are level. And it was a big enough spot. I mean, we've been crowded in on that road before.
Yeah.
It's getting way too popular because there aren't very many places around Tonopah, with the exception of Miller's Rest, which is north of there, north or west. Anyway, so we didn't feel so bad anymore that we were spoondocking somebody because somebody snuck in between the two of us. We were only there for one night.
Yeah,
So it was
didn't matter.
No big deal.
This matters. Okay, sorry.
It's daytime now. The 4 o'clock in the morning thing it's what's not fun. So we just had a nice one night stay in Tonopah. We went and got the hometown pizza, like Tom said, and so we had that for a few meals because he got pizza and wings and breadsticks and pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, we had another travel day. We only stayed in Tonopah for the one night, and then we headed to Hawthorne. And we stayed in...
Whiskey Flats.
Yes.
RV park.
an
We
RV
decided, let's just plug in. We're going to be there one night. Let's fill up with water.
Right. It was a dump and fill kind of thing,
Yeah,
too. So,
you know, and it's a good Sam, 10% off. It's only $32, something like that a night, so it's not bad.
It was
the
cold too. When you
yeah,
wanted
it was
heat.
cold. So anyway, first night, really nothing. The next morning was when I noticed it.
No, it was that evening after we got there. The water pump was sounding weird.
Oh yeah,
And it was
it was after I took my shower.
yeah, it was like, okay, something's wrong with the water pump, and then it died.
Well, and we thought, okay, it's the screen, so I took the screen off.
Yeah.
We cleaned the screen, put it back on there, turned the water pump on, nothing.
Nope.
So we spent all day on Wednesday.
Wednesday was supposed to be a travel day. Yeah.
We spent all day Wednesday trying to figure out the water pump. And then we've got a new one. We carry a spare with us all the time. So we just went ahead and swapped them out. Problem is, the new water pump, what are the two screws?
There are adjustment screws. One's for the pressure and one's for the bypass.
Bypass.
And
They have to be set just right, and supposedly they're set from the factory. But, thank you.
so
God, I feel like I'm at the dentist.
anyway.
Okay, enough about that.
The last time we changed our water pump was in August of 2018. And we did it. We were up in Truckee. And we put it in, no problems at all. It worked. It ran right.
Well, we don't know if it ran right.
We thought it was running right.
It would pulsate. I mean, and then stop, and then pulsate, and then stop.
Especially in the shower.
Pulsate,
and it'd be
stop.
hot, cold,
hot, cold, hot, cold. We put this one in, and after we figured out what we were supposed to do with the two adjustment screws, now it runs.
But the thing is,
it's
you're
constant.
not supposed to have to touch those. Those are set by the manufacturer, and you're not supposed to have to touch them. You're supposed to be able to just put it in, and boom. It wasn't working right.
And so we got it adjusted to what we thought was right, or what we think still is right.
Mm-hmm.
And now, even in the shower, it's a steady stream of water. It doesn't get strong and ease up, get strong and ease up.
Which means hot and
It's
cold. Hot
nice and
cold.
steady.
Yeah.
And I'm like, gosh, maybe we should have done this with the other one.
Well, we had more pressure with the other one, but it wasn't set right.
Slightly more
obviously.
pressure.
Yeah. And now it's not as hard as pressure, but it also doesn't pulsate. So
I like it better.
it's better. Yeah.
I really like it
better.
And it's not near as noisy. So we've done something to make it better.
Yeah, we actually called our friend John Lawson. Our friend.
John.
I don't even know.
Our friend John.
John from Sierra Nevada RV Mobile Tech or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
I know I should have the card out here to be saying it. I didn't say on here, but we called him. He's our friend that fixed our refrigerators. We became friends with them when we stayed there, and he was working on our refrigerators for a couple days, and just asked him advice. He says, "Well, those things are adjusted out of the factory, and if you've been messing with it," and it's like, well, yeah, we did mess with it because it wasn't working. When we first hooked it up, it continued to run.
Yeah.
So then we looked up on YouTube other people's issues.
YouTube is your friend.
Yeah. Other people's issues, and found a guy who had fixed his. He had the same problem where it was just you turn the button on and it starts running, and that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So we figured it out, and
It's nice. It's just amazing how different this pump is now compared to the other one that we lived with for the last 3 years or so.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about the pump.
Right.
Maybe it is burnt out. You know, and people say, well, it's only 2.5, 3 years old. But we use it. We live in this every single day. How many times a day are we using that pump, turning water on in the bathroom, the shower, flushing the toilet,
washing
using it in the
dishes,
kitchen?
yeah.
kitchen.
Filling up water bottles.
It's a ridiculous amount we use that water pump. I think we got a good life out of it for 3 years.
Yeah, we use it constantly. So.
And they're only, I looked them up online, they're only $69 to as much as $125, depending on which one you get. And the one we bought, it was $69 the last time.
Yeah.
So $69 over 3 years, I can amortize that out and be happy.
Yeah, so it was, it did its job for us, and we're very happy that we had heard that tip a long time ago about carrying an extra.
Yeah.
And what's funny is back in 18, we bought an extra because we heard that you should really have an extra, especially since we were going to be doing a lot of boondocking. So you have to have it. And so we bought one, and the day it arrived, I think, is when our other one, the original one,
The original water pump, we think, for this rig. We don't know.
So it died, and so we replaced it with the one we had bought, and then we bought another one
So
to have a
now we need to buy
replacement.
another one again, and then
Yes.
we're good to go. But I always want to carry a spare, and I think that's something that everybody should do if you boondock a lot. Carry a spare water pump. You can live with about everything, but not without water.
Without everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever he said.
Yep. So because we were spending
An
so
extra
much
day.
time on the water pump, we went to the office at the RV park and asked if we could stay another day, and thankfully we were able to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have just had to go to a boondocking spot
Yeah, and fix it there.
Fix it, but it was much easier somewhere where we had full hookups and a lot of water, because you have to test it a lot. So it would have wasted a lot of our boondocking water if we would have had to do it that way. So we stayed 2 days in Hawthorne, and so Thursday was a travel day
And that's when we went from Hawthorne to here.
to here.
In Yerington at the Sagecrest Drive-In Theater,
Yep.
which is an old dilapidated theater.
And it's no good, don't come here.
It's a horrible place to boondock. You don't even want to look it up, much less be here. This is a green screen behind us. It's not really what it looks like.
We love you guys, so we'll share with you. But
Then when we got here, you know, the other rigs were here, and we thought, oh
The
no.
two other ones,
But
yeah.
we came around and backed into our normal spot where we do, and we know it's level, and I backed right up to it, level just like that.
we were set up in 10 minutes. It was amazing. It was awesome.
Man, if they could all be like that.
Yeah, that would be great. We actually left Hawthorne at like 8:30 and got here at 9:45. It was
Yeah,
boom,
it was
quick
a
trip. So
nice
it was
quick drive.
nice. It would have been faster if we weren't stuck behind that one guy.
Yeah, but it's like it's a 45 to an hour drive,
Yeah.
so it wasn't bad at all. Got here, got set up, enjoyed the day, and then we had some guests arrive.
On Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Yep, Friday, yesterday.
Yesterday.
So, because Yerington is about an hour and a half away from Reno. Reno, yay! Lori's hometown. Well, my Aunt Muriel is moving back to Massachusetts. She's been here for about 5 years. She lived with my mom for a little bit, and then she got her own place, and now she's just kind of been missing her grandkids in Massachusetts, so she's moving back, and she leaves today. And thankfully, my mom, bless her heart, drove my aunt all the way out here so that they could spend some time with us before my aunt moved.
And they spent most of the day out here
Yeah.
yesterday. It was really nice.
So my aunt is going to be 86 1 month from today, and quite honestly, I have to say, I don't know if we'll get to see her again, because it's Massachusetts. Even traveling in this, you know, I don't know. I don't like to think that way, but you have to think that way. I mean, it's real life. So I was really, really happy that we got to spend some time with her. And I made her a birthday cake and a birthday card and everything, because her birthday's next month. And I wouldn't have been able to make her a birthday cake. So we had lunch and had a nice visit. And
Chocolate cake.
a chocolate cake. And so we enjoyed our day with them. And then after they left,
we had a surprise.
yeah,
Dave from Our Endeavor and Karen from Karen's New Journey showed up.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know they were coming. Well, one of us didn't.
first Karen arrived.
Yeah.
And
It was so funny because she pulled up to the front of our truck like that close.
Tom goes out and says,
I stuck my head out the door and I went, "Spoondocker!" And I just hear her laughing.
yep. So she pulled in, then we waited for Dave to get here. They had stopped in Hawthorne. They had been in Tonopah, or at Miller's Rest, and then they were gonna go and stop in Hawthorne for the night, and then they were gonna come here today. And once they got to Hawthorne, they were thinking, gosh,
It's
a
only
little less
45
than an
miles.
hour, less than an hour more. And so Dave threw some veggies in his crock pot for his stew, and that's why Karen beat him here. But so they got here yesterday evening, and we had a late happy hour. And
Got to spend some time with them last night, and
Yeah.
now over the next couple days, we'll spend some more time with them.
yes, so it's always great being with our friends.
Even though it's at a place we don't like and we don't recommend you to boondock
Yeah,
at.
really sucky. Yeah.
Gosh, Remember the videos coming out about Area 51 this Wednesday, the next Wednesday, the Wednesday after that. 3 Area 51 videos coming your way. They're going to be fun.
We hope you enjoyed it. We had a good time there.
Yeah,
we had fun.
Did. We did.
We didn't get to see any aliens or anything like that.
No.
Spoiler alert.
Nothing
I'm sure
that.
you would have known about it by now if we
Yeah.
had seen anything fantastic. But we enjoyed our time with our friends and we had fun.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe, ring the bell, get notified every time we put up a brand new video, which is every Saturday morning. We do a chat. And then on Wednesdays, we do What Up Wednesdays, which is the former TUT videos. Kind of adjusted it, you know, here and there just a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate all of you.
See ya.
See ya.